I'm Tim Gerald. I've been with Jeff for a long time. Buck alluded to 14 years that we've been doing kids camps together, and that's right on it because when he started at St. James, that's when we got started. Jeff and I talk a lot about what we can do next at the next clinic. So we kind of kicked around a question and answer session. After we get done with all the things that you have heard coaches talk about today, what can we do for you to give you a chance to ask questions that pertain to you? So I told him that I'd MC it or get things rolling or act the silliest or whatever. That's kind of what I do. So you have a panel right here, and I'm just going to get things started. What I've talked to all your coaches that are in front of you about is what they see with young players that is a concern about infield play or throwing. You know, what are one or two problems we see with pitching or throwing in general, catching or hitting? So I'm just going to get things let off here. With Shane is going to talk about one or two things he sees in the outfield that are concerns for him as a coach, and those one or two things that can fix that. And I got him on maybe like only a minute here to just buzz through. It'd be like rapid fire of concern and what can fix that concern. Shane, you ready?
Yep.
All right, lead us off, man.
All right. Two biggest things that I see from younger kids and even high school kids and older is their drop steps, so the hips, the footwork, and then also how slowly I see players get rid of the ball. You know, I was an outfielder, and it always pains me to say this, but our job, if we're not catching the ball in the air, is to get it to somebody who's more important than us because they're closer to home plate. You need to get that ball to somebody else, get it back into the mound, get it into home plate, get it to someone more important. So for me, the two things in terms of getting rid of the ball quick is I've just completely eliminated crow hops with kids. I no longer teach kids crow hop. It's all about, you get it, and it's just a quick right there.
So you turn it into a shuffle.
It's just a shuffle. Get it out as quick as you possibly can. The other thing when it comes to like the drop steps and getting to your route as quickly as possible is I've stopped teaching, an actual drop step, and more it's just here and it's a turn. You just replace the feet. You don't drop back or anything like that. It's either direction. It's just here or here. And it's just about being as quick to whatever, getting to the ball or getting rid of the ball as possible.
Questions? And in between every other one, I'm going to ask you if you have any questions, and if you don't, I'm going to push on with the list on here. All right, Mitch and Joel, give me one or two pitching problems you see and a fix for that. Mitch, we'll start with you. Dom, good to have you, Dom.
Sorry. So, things pitching-wise that I think are arm actions. You always talk about wanting to see kids with good arm actions. You got kids who are coming here, body's going all over the place, they're throwing here, their arms are all over the place. Thing that I try to do with the younger kids is a simple phrase: down, around, up, and through. So ball starts in my hand, ball goes down, around, up, and through. Just trying to get them to get that nice, long arm action, arm circle as they come through. You can just have a ball, you can just have them doing this. They're just doing a figure eight. Just getting that nice, long, smooth arm action.
Lucky Mitch has a wife that's really athletic.
Yeah.
He's got a pro in his family. His oldest son is a pro player, and his next one is one starting rotation in Oklahoma. Both pitchers. So he's lived it, and he's good at teaching it. Joel.
And if you hear what Coach Wiles said, it's funny because the down around is become more pull the ball out. If you hear these, a lot of pitching coaches and gurus talk about getting here. So that was refreshing to know that we can still teach that in school because that's what I teach too. My number one thing he's talked about how they're all over the place. They're not smooth. They're rock step, forward. First of all, it's illegal a lot of the times. They call it. They have to now because it's in college. But the number one thing is just getting them into the stretch and then working mechanics from there. I think that's the most important thing, even at the high school level. I don't teach windup. If some kids are smooth and good at it, let them do it. But if not, they're in the stretch all the time. That's my philosophy because too many things can go wrong there. There's a lot of things going on there. So we like to just put them in the stretch.
Don, give us, questions?
Do you guys believe in arm slot? Do you like to let a kid go to the natural slot, minus 90, or?
Mitch, why don't you talk about what we talked about at camp 2 weeks ago? The dad had asked about arm slot.
Oh, okay. So arm slap. You see all this stuff with, how does the submariner throw? Where's his arm slap? Where do you think? Okay. I'm telling you, it's probably right here. Watch. I'm here. I turn my shoulders. I drop my chest down. Where's my arm slap? Okay. It's, that submarine, I'm not going to say it's perfectly, or maybe it drops a little bit on some of it. The majority of all that change of slot is change of body. It's not change of arm. Okay? Infielders. Why do infielders? They throw from down here, right? Well, no, they throw from right here. But they're just turned, their body is turned, so they're in that position. So arm slot, I think it's completely up to the kid. There are some guys that feel real comfortable throwing real high, and some are here, whatever. So I guess that's two things.
I think I'll say too, it's more about your hand relative to your elbow, and your elbow relative to your shoulders. Because the kid that comes in is going to throw like this. You say his arm slot is here, we're always working our hand outside our elbow. So, and even that sidearm guy, his hand's outside his elbow, but his elbow
is still up to the shoulder. So that's the whole body lean, body position is what changes a lot.
I would say I'm more of an on-top type of guy because my son, he was a starting shortstop at Mill Valley. He was at JUCO the last 2 years. At the beginning of his sophomore year, they put him on the gun. He was 91 across the infield, but he went from here to here, and his career's done. He had labrum surgery, so he's done. Just a junior at KU going to school. So there's different philosophies, but being a dad, seeing my son on the operating table, because he was here and he could throw it good, but he would tend to get lazy. The coaches at Mill Valley would talk to him about it, and
Well, that's all.
it exploded.
That's the relationship of elbow to shoulder. That's what, when you go bad, that goes below, then all the stress and strain happens here. That is healthier. So,
I was just going to say the same thing. Arm slot a lot of times will be a no-teach unless it becomes a health issue. If you start to see something mechanically that's going to put the arm in a compromising position, then it becomes a step in, fix it. And like you were saying, a lot of it is not an arm slot issue, it's an upper body issue. Are you staying behind? Are you staying, like you talk about something about it's his level getting in line with his body. I'm watching kids, especially youth. If it's going to do something that's going to harm them long term, we have to remedy that situation. If not, you got to let them play naturally to their true athleticism.
Questions? All right, hit. Buck just came off with his hitting information right here. Dustin, give me your top hitting drill that you can throw. One or two drills.
For youth players, I've become a big believer in using a heavy bag, a heavy boxing bag. And something I'll do is I'll put them with their back knee down, front leg out. Here, put the bag in front of them. I just have them work both their hands, and we're talking direct pass to the ball, short, and you can really see kids if they're winding up, taking backs at it. No, but load, go. And they stop, and they can see if they're top hand up, top hand down. Is their barrel, are they behind the baseball and all that stuff? And it's simplified. You take their lower half out on the ground here, load, and they go. And we rep that as one of our stations in all of our hitting stuff. Just to kind of go into before they go into live reps, it simplifies it and lets them see. Are they dropping their hands, are they casting?
Here's what I was saying to that. Since I'm not going to lug around a heavy bag, I would go steal one of those orange tall cones, pull your truck up, act like you're a worker, and just throw it in the back, and then put it right there at your field. And then I would do the same thing with that. Because you're going, damn, I don't have a bag. I don't have a punching bag. So, awesome. That's me. That's what I would do. 'Cause I got the only mention. Jake, you're up. Give me so you got a guy who's living in college, just came through all this. I was lucky enough to be with him this whole time, which is incredible. Really lucky. Give me your best hitting drill that has helped you as a young kid that these guys might be able to incorporate.
I think for me, just the tee work, the free ball, wave pitch. That's how I really worked on my swing, to make my swing the way it was or is. So I think every time before I swing live or soft toss, I work it on a tee every single time, every day. So that's how I worked on my swing. That's how I made it.
Dom, give me questions. Yes.
So growing up, how did you be that side here in the Midwest? Were you the draw?
I was with him, so we always had a spot, but I would say you can use tennis balls. You hit those off walls, you use wiffle balls, hit those anywhere, so you go outside with those at the time. So get some wiffle balls, I'd say that's probably the best way to do that.
Got an old sheet, got a basement, tap it up, with the balls into an old sheet. You got your net, you got your hitting station. Go buy a tee from wherever, and or make one. You can make tees. He knows. Fitzgerald has
Jake,
about
you
400.
And take one out of his draw.
Oh, there you go.
Or you can just go to my
Back up
truck.
to his truck and steal it out of his truck.
Yeah, they're just in his truck. Right there, you got it. Boom. You're set. Tennis balls or wiffle balls, whatever. You can hit all they want.
And I'll say too, as a coach, tell them to do it. Challenge them. Say, you guys, you ain't gonna be good if you don't invest in it. And I think all of us are up here because some coach told us along the way, you got to do this at home, otherwise you ain't gonna be good. And so I, all right, I want to be stinking good. I'm gonna do it. I think we all probably did that because we're baseball guys. So tell them to do it. If they do it or not, that's on them. They might have a basketball hoop out there like shooting on more, but I think it's our job as coaches to at least not expect it, but at least challenge them.
Never once seen a kid play on after high school. We tell it to high school kids all the time. Never seen a kid go on to play on who didn't stay after or cover collegiate practices. The guys who are always doing bigger and better things are the ones who coach can I steal a bucket and stay out. Across the last 12 years, that kid's going to go on. This was one of them. Like he knew his strengths and his weaknesses, and coach, I need you to stay and hit me hundreds. Okay? And, those players that wear the coaches out, they're wanting more reps.
What do you say to the player that comes and says, "Oh, my hitting coach told me not to that's not live." That's the ball's never just sitting in front of me. What do you say to those kids?
We kind of feel like that if you can't hit a ball off the tee that's not moving, you're going to try to hit a ball that's coming at you, and that's going to be tough to do. And obviously these guys have.
We do so much teamwork. Just a lot of people take it as a slam. They happen to hit off of the tee. Like you said, you can't hit it off of the tee. I mean, big leaguers hit it off the tee just nonstop. I mean, there's all kinds of drill.
Go to YouTube, like Buck was talking about, and you can go to Mike Trout or whatever and you'll see him hit the tee, and then just show that. So it's you're too good for a tee, but Mike Trout, and then
Pujols. Who else?
Someone said Tony Gwynn in that drill. In college, we had a pirated video of Tony Gwynn talking to all of the minor leagues about the route work. Just basically, this is the stuff that Tony Gwynn used to do with the Padres. You know, I mean, it's not rocket science. Ask him this too, is like, can you throw to yourself? You know, I mean, throw it up, yeah, you can hit it there, but you can work on so many more aspects of your swing with the tee. You can challenge yourself on the outside pitch. You can work your strides differently, that sort of thing. There's 1,000 different ways that you can challenge yourself with the tee. So and two is like, well, Buck, you're on my team now, and that guy ain't here. So that's part of it too. It's like, well, you chose to play for me, and so that's just part of it. I mean, because all of us battle the lesson guy. Yeah. And so, but they chose to come to our high school, and this is how we do it.
And incorporate some games in it. I know all these guys probably do it too. Put a tee down on the other end and put a baseball on it. And they're hitting the tee here, trying to knock the ball off the tee on the other end. You have to make it fun.
That's one of my most favorite.
You have to make it
when
fun.
I'm doing lessons. That's one of my best, because
Lesson
every kid
guy.
wants to
Yeah,
do a
lesson
target.
guy.
Before
Target.
Living Royals went 5 games. Game 5, the Royals, before the game went down, in the tournament, that game, the team hit the tunnel with the ball. Yes, it won that game. They're the one that won. Oh, yep. He hit it, and I'm like, oh, you're going to have a good day. And then he ends up getting a big hit. Yeah. And so I show my kids that. It's not too big for them, not too big for us.
Dom, give me one throwing, one building arm strength drill you might do for your kids.
We do, like the coach was talking about, a lot of the arm strength stuff. With the, what we look at is if a kid comes to me and he does long toss, we let him go with that. We make that individual to the players. We don't force them to throw long toss. If they already do long toss, we incorporate that into their program. Otherwise, we stay short with our throws. We do a lot of band work as well. We incorporate a lot of bands about 10 years ago. We've doing a lot of bands as well to get that arm stretched. In our winter conditioning as well, that's what our focus is. We don't do a bunch of weightlifting focus because we've got a great strength and conditioning coach. The kids do that throughout the day. So instead, we work on warming the shoulders up, getting the shoulders ready, working on the arm strength with the bands, and it also gives us time to teach them, you know, what kind of exercises can I do with these bands? What can I do? I can't do this. This is not good for me to do it this way. And like what Doctor's talking about. So we teach them those things as well to help build that up. But as far as like the long toss and playing catch and that, we do that only if they've come to us. I don't teach freshmen to do that right away because what ends up happening is it becomes more of a hindrance to them than they also cool down as well with the bands. My pitchers do a lot of band work before and a lot of band work after. I like bands, so that's my philosophy.
But give us your go-to team offense drill.
One that we love to do, you can look it up online. It's called the TCU, I don't know, we call it the TCU drill, but it's basically a hit and run drill. It incorporates all of the base running as well, so we put a runner on first base. What's good too, because if you're a bad BP thrower, it's all hit and runs. So, like, the kid has to swing at everything. So he's trying to, so we go hit and run with the guy on first base, so a guy is reading the ball off the bat. The guy at second base is doing his reads. We put him back in the outfield so that the infielders can play. So we have a full infield on, we don't have outfielders. Since it's a hit and run drill, and I'll say this too, for young guys, being able to control their hands in the barrel, to try to get the ball on the ground, it's more of a base running and infield drill than it is a hitting drill. So we say offensive stuff, but our base running is real important. You know, Coach Thamer talking for a half hour about how important base running is. That's how you score runs. So we put a guy on second, and so he does his reads. We call it our right-left reads. So if a ball's to your right, you're you're going to wait and see it through. If it's ball to your left or at you, you're going third. And then the guy at third base is reading it. You know, we usually do nobody out or one out reads. So if it's the ball is down angle on the ground, we're running in. So basically you can put, say half of your infielders in the infield. Your outfielders are pretty much just running and hitting the whole time. And if the hitters hit the ball into the outfield, we make it go get it. We go hard 90 through, and they get to go get it. If they get a hard base hit through the infield, we just leave it because he had a base hit. But if he pops it up, fly ball to the outfield, he runs and gets it. So you really start to see those guys work their hands on top of it. So it's incorporating our offensive game and our base running, and then the infielders are playing live. So, we got them on the clock. We basically say 4 seconds or a live base runner. And so everybody's moving. It's kind of a fun drill because there's a lot of action going on. And when I say hit and run, the guys are in the outfield grass. Because if you're throwing across the infield, someone's going to get done. So we love that. It's one of the things that in tryouts we do it because you can tell athleticism in baseball players by how they react to the ball off the bat, base running wise. And two, you can learn a lot about your hitters to see, like that Charlie Miller guy that I told you about, is just in and out. The guy can't do the drill because his swing doesn't change. But yeah, we probably do that once a week, and it might be for 10 minutes, but and it's a good one that you can do with just 8 to 10 dudes too. You get on your team if everybody's going to play every position, hopefully. Put them all in the infield.